Hello my friends, welcome to my channel again. We're so glad that you can join us. In this video we are going to talk about Beauty Magnate. I'm going to show how I started, how I grew up, who was involved in my training and development, and how I launched out. But before we get started, please subscribe to the channel, like the video, share the video, and share the love. Spread the love around. Okay? Thank you so much. Back to my story. So, in order for me to talk about the Beauty Magnate and what happened, I have to really go back. I have to go a little way back. I have to talk about growing up. I really wanted, that was my desire at the time. I really wanted to become an architect. And so I went to architect school, and while I was there, I took a job because I wanted some money. I took a job in a posh facility where the rich people, only wealthy people come to that place. So I was working there as a cleaner. And so while I was there working, for some reason or the other, I don't know how that happened, but it happened. I met the owner, which is not normal because he don't deal with cleaners. So he talked to me, he was very nice to me and so on. And after a while, he came back to me and he said, are you in school? I said, yes, I'm in school. He said, what you studying? I said, architecture. And then he says something to me that's very, very interesting. He says, no, you are not an architect. You will not be an architect. He said, you belong to management, business, entrepreneurship. I was like, what? He said, yes. He said, I'm opening a few facilities and I want to train you to be a manager of one of those facilities. I said, what? And so, make a long story short, I eventually left school and went to work with this man. And this man trained me in, at the time, it was restaurant and hotel management. However though, he in that local area, he and his wife was the franchise owner of an international beauty pageant. So what happened, it was so funny, this man took me in to his house and he took me in as a son. He became my father and he began to train me not only in the business of running a restaurant and a hotel, but also in the beauty business as well. His wife, he was married to this woman who had kids on her own. He had only daughters with her. But he never really connected with the sons of his wife. So his wife, told me that she confided with me and said that you probably really impressed her husband because he never even take that close to her own children. But nevertheless, this man took me home. I mean, he trusted me with his wife, he trusted me with his money, he trusted me with his daughters, I mean, everything. As a matter of fact, to show you how it was a true, son-father relationship, he gave me my first woman. he brought this woman to me, says, this is your woman. I was like, what? Yeah. So this is how life is. Sometimes, at that time, I had my biological father, but he was not involved in my personal life, and so this man took me in. So what happened was, he started this restaurant, this chain of restaurant, and trained me, and then eventually put me to run the restaurant. We're going to be talking about restaurant business and how we get into all of that in subsequent videos. But today, we're going to talk about the Beauty Magnate part of it. So this man, it was very controversial because I had to deal with people who did not understand what was going on with the man and myself. So what was going on, I gotta say this, and I really have to give credit to this man, because a lot of people don't want me to do that. I am from a culture different to the man. As you can see who I am, all right? I am a black culture. This man is a white culture. However, this man with all his white children, white wife, white stepchildren, took me in as a black man into his house, a posh house, multi-million-dollar home. The only black man in the house, and treat me as a son. So I have to acknowledge that. People tell me, you know, I have to acknowledge that. I have to acknowledge that. I am not ungrateful. I have to acknowledge that. Okay? I am what I am today partly because this man brought me in and brought me into the wide circle of all his millionaire friends, all his white friends, all his white people, everything. So I have to, people tell me I cannot be ungrateful. I am not like that. Sorry guys, I'm not that. I am not that kind of person. So that's the reason why I have to go back, because if I'm going to deal with this situation, I cannot go forward with it without acknowledging this man. This man, the man who helped me, he brought me up as a true father. He taught me everything I know about life, about sex, about women, about money, and he talked to me. So I have to acknowledge it. Sorry guys, I got to do it. Okay, so in the beauty pageant, he had these a training program, and he taught these women, trained these women into becoming the Miss this and Miss that and Miss all of that. So I was a part of his team on all of that. So I learned about beauty, and that's how I think the video before this, we dealt with the clothing line. That's because of that I actually got into the clothing line. So the beauty magnate. So what happened was, a friend of mine wanted to get involved in beauty, not necessarily beauty pageant, but beauty products. They wanted hair replacement and different type of products and so on. So we had to research to find, because this was different to what, if I want to call it my father, I would say my father. With what my father was doing, he was into beauty pageant, making women successful, articulate, and making them keep themselves properly, and making them, upgrade themselves. And that's what they were doing with women. They were taking women and accentuating their gift and abilities, giving them opportunities to go to school, giving them opportunities to get higher learning, and bringing them before audiences that could recognize their talents and abilities. They were doing that specifically with women. So we wanted to take a different route. We wanted to take the route of he was actually doing that with the women themselves, but we wanted to take the route of the products that was needed and necessary to make this happen. So you see what I'm saying? So we were not involved directly with the women, but we were involved with the products that the women will use to do it, like the hair replacement and the different types of cream and so on. And that's what we wanted to do. So we got together with a friend of mine. So we did research to find out how, because we want to do it in a grand scale. So what my friend had to do, my partner had to do, he had to go overseas and talk to manufacturers who would manufacture these different types of stuff that they will be able to bring locally and distribute locally. So we did that, and so he had to go and make sure that the manufacturer can produce what we are asking him or they to produce, and that we can get it not only at affordable price, but we can get it quality, because we were connected to this international pageant thing, so we couldn't have substandard stuff. So we had to be quality control people. We had to make sure that the goods and products and source and the services and the backups and whatever is something fell out and break or whatever, we had to be able to guarantee our people that we can have replacement of these things and so on, because it's going to be expensive to for our clients to purchase these products and services. So we did that, and again we needed a facility whereby we can have an outlet, right? So we negotiated also for that type of facility. We needed more than one facility for that because we were in different regions. We wanted to go into different regions, so we had to go in about 4 to 5 different regions. So this was a very expensive proposition. And however, though, the initial partnership that came into it was very personal, in that the rest of partners had their own money, but this partnership was kind of different. This partnership, we had to deal with partners organizing where they can use their business credit to facilitate the launch of this facility. So this is what happened, and subsequent videos we are going to be talking about how to get business credit and how to launch a brand new business without no income and have business credit so that you can do your business. So this is what we did, our partners. So they used their business credit in order to facilitate this move. And this was, at that time, although it was big, today the way how we do business credit is totally different in those times, because we can I don't want to go too deep on that one. That's kind of, let's leave that alone. So in subsequent videos, we're going to talk about business credit. So what happened? So we got this business credit together. We get this team together with all this business credit, and that is how we were able to launch in different regions. So each, if you want to call it, partner had a region that they were responsible for, and to bankroll that area. So that's how we did it. We did it in terms of a distribution. So this one had this distribution talent in this area, and so on, and that's what we did. So then we launched. And so we got as we launched, so we got these people to come in. We got certain types of people, on certain levels to come in, and by they coming in, we were able to utilize them as our if you want to call it, PR person. So they were the ones who actually did the PR for us, tell their friends, tell the people who have the resources that was needed and necessary for our ongoing thing. So remember what we say, how we say on this channel. We are entrepreneurs. We are people of vision. We are people who can visualize things, can see things. We are creators. We create things. But we are not developers. If we try to be developers, we will lose our grace. We will lose our power. We will lose our creativity. So what we do, we conceive things, conceptualize things, package it up together, make it in such a way that those who are the developers can take it from where we give them and develop it into something bigger and better. So that's what we do, and that's what we do in all. If sometimes I may fail to, which is bad though, I may fail to mention this, but this is in all our videos, in all our businesses. That's the idea. Okay, the idea is the two most important resources that we use, and say it over and over again, is we have a connection, or we have some kind of networking abilities whereby we're able to articulate our dreams, our visions, our stories to those who may be interested, and we will know who will be interested and share this with them. And it will be so convincing, and we will be so convincing, and it will be so marketable that when they hear the story, they will say, wow, I want to be a part of it. How can I be a part of it? This is the idea. And then the other one is the negotiating. Most of the the deals that we have done and the businesses that we have been into, the consulting and so on, most of it, 90% of it, I myself did the negotiating, because my father, the one who adopted me, he taught me about negotiating. He was a hard negotiator. He used to work with the banks. His personal skill was involved in repairing the vault in the banks. All those big stuff that they put the money in, he was there. He took me to the banks with him, and I learned how to do all these things. I never get into the business. I just work with him, alongside him. I never liked that type of business. It's too much a high security risk and that. I never liked that. Too restricted. So I was not involved in that. So, but I like the beauty thing. So if you are interested in getting to any area of the beauty, because in the area of the beauty there are lots of it, lots of components. There are the replacement, there are the products and services, there are the ones that we talked about before, there are the clothing line, there are different types of classes you can do, there are different types of production you can do. So it's vast. The beauty is vast. And so if you are interested in anything like that, comment on me in the comment section and let us know what kind of experiences you have had in the beauty, or anything that you think is important for us to know, or for you to share your own story. Because sometimes when you share your own story on the comment section, people read it, they can say, oh, I need to connect with this. The whole idea of this channel is connections. So when you share your story, please do. When you share your story, people reading your story, we might be able to get your story because it might be too many comments, but someone reading your story can say, wow, I want to be connected with this person because they have something that I am looking for. And so that's the idea of this channel, to be a network for business people, men and women, who have some kind of idea, it is marketable, and they're looking for a connection. They're looking for people that they can tell their story to, and when they tell the story, that those who receive the story, who hear the story, who listen to their story, will consider it and say, I want to be a part of this story. I want to be a part of the success that I'm seeing. Because sometimes we might not be able to see the totality of the success. Sometimes I take my ideas to some partners, and they will say to me, I like this story, I like this idea, I like this concept, but you're not ready for it yet. If you tweak this here, put this here, swing this here, and come back to me later, I'll see if you're ready for it. And we will have to do that. We go back to the drawing board, we put it this and then, oh, I see what he was trying to say. This is, oh, okay, now we can see it. Then we put it back together and we go to the partner, he says, now you're ready, I can be a part of it. So that's what happens. But you will not be able to know that unless you're in a network. And if you try to do it on your own, it will cost you a lot of money, because you will have to go and put unnecessary money, because sometimes we are creators. We put things here. So we put all this sort of sweat and money into something, and it was not necessary, only for the partners to tell us, throw this out. If I'm going to come into this, you're going to move this out. And what happened? You lose all the money, you lose all the effort, you lose all the ability, you lose all your strength. All your creativity is gone. So the networking is very good on this website. So please, you can share your story. Let us know about your story. Let us know what you're doing. Let us know what you need help with. Let us know how we can help, because this is the business channel to help entrepreneurs, to help people who have conceptual ideas, who wants to be able to go forward with something, some plan, because we do it without our own personal money. So that means that 99% of us do not have the resources, do not have the money, but we are creative. On this channel, we use creative abilities to get the money. We may not have the money personally, but we do know how to connect with the money, how to bring it forth. We can use credit card, we can use different types of partnership, we can use different types of promotion. There are different ways that you can get the money. So this is my friend. Thank you so much for watching the video. Please, again, if you have not done so, subscribe to the channel, like the video, share the video, and share the love. Okay, until next time. On our next video, we are going to be talking about specialty candy. I'm going to show you how I get into specialty candy with a partner, with a business partner, and how I was able to get a contract with a distribution contract with an unlikely partner. And I was the envy, because people are like, how did you get that type of distribution? So I'm going to share that with you in our next video. So until next time, peace.